It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. I hope that you are having a wonderful day so far and that you're coming off a great weekend. My name is Jackie van der Sarboot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. I live a bit of a crazy life. I'm married to a Dutchman, but all my kids, my grandkids, my mom, my siblings, they all live in Canada. I still have a home in Canada, and I travel back at least 3 times a year to see everybody and to maintain my team and my business. And one of the things that's happening next is my Stampin' Retreat in St. Jacobs. That's happening at the end of September, and there's still room for you. So message me if you're interested. This is such a phenomenal event. We have so much fun. But I'm excited today about the card I'm going to share with you. The sketch is great. It's a very fun sketch, and it allows you to use all kinds of different pattern paper. So if you haven't checked out the sketch, you know what? I should grab the catalog, and then I will show you the sketch before we get started. This catalog is just fantastic. I really like it. I know there's a lot of naysayers, but there's so many things that I love about this catalog, and I think that outweighs the negative things. So if you find your catalog and go to page 22, let's take a look. Okay, so here we have page 22, and there are all the sketches. So if we go to number 8, we get to this one right here. So that's the sketch that we're doing. It's got the banner and it's got 9 squares. So the tricky thing about doing something like that is, how are you going to measure your squares to make it work? So I decided to use the perennial postage, and I wanted to use this one right here. So what I did, I used the beautiful, you guys know what paper this is? This is the citrus blooms paper, and it looks like it. If you've ever been to a Mediterranean country, this reminds me of Portugal with all the tiles, but I'm sure Italy has it too. It's just a beautiful Greece. So with the blues, the citrus, the prints, it's just, I love this. I think my August class is going to be on the citrus. And I've been doing these classes in the Netherlands, but I'm wondering if I should offer a class by mail. If you would like that, please let me know. I don't know why. I toy with the idea once in a while, and every time I don't do it. So I'm sorry about that. Look at this. Here's another pretty paper I could have used. This one I overlooked. So you can see how beautiful this paper is. So this is the Citrus Blooms paper. This one has both of them in there. It's just really beautiful. The dies also cut out these, but we're not using those dies today. I just wanted to use this paper. So I'm using also a large Memories and More card. And I just want to go back to Facebook to see if you guys are talking. Hi, Kylie. Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you, too. So take a look at what I've done. I've also used, these are a few things that I was playing with. Anybody guess where this die is from? And there's a bigger one, but I seem to have lost it. There's another one that cuts out this size. I'm not going to turn it around. Does anybody know where they're from? I will tell you. Look. They are from the Stylus Shapes dies. Oh yeah, there's the big one. So this is the other one that I used. I just cleaned it up. Okay, so those are going to be used for the banner. This is being used. And then take a look at this. And now I didn't have time. Let me just lay that on here, and I'm going to zoom in for you. Let's see. I love this die. It's a scallop and a stitch, and I thought that it was retired, and it is, but it was on the clearance rack. At least it was on the clearance rack in the Netherlands, and that long die, it belongs in here. I don't know where it went to. It's probably by my die cutting machine. But all these other dies work without there's only one die that needs the stamp set, and that's, oh no, there's 2. But there's so many other dies that work without the stamp set that this is a great one. And it was on the clearance rack for only 15 euros. So that's a great deal. Okay, we are going to get started with our card. And take a look. I'm just going to show you how pretty this is. I've laid all my pieces out on this piece of white. So what I did was I laid all my, let me zoom out again. I laid all my squares, my rectangles, just on my desk, and then I measured and added about 1/8 of an inch, not even 1/4 of an inch. And that's how I came to this size. Now let me grab my ruler and I'll tell you. I think it's 3 5/8. No, it's 3.5 by 5 7/8. So 3.5 by 5 7/8. That's the size of the white piece. And so now we're going to, I'm just going to move these out of the way. I just want to keep them in that order because I really like how I did it. And actually, I'm going to lay them out again. I have to know how much space to leave in between. And I think that I pop them right up against each other so that they look like a postage, a sheet of stamps that you tear apart. Let's see, what about this way? And if you're not happy with it, you can always trim your white piece down again, so don't stress about it. Remember, card making is not supposed to be stressful. Would you like to hear about stressful? I will tell you about stressful. I sound like a Jewish lady when I say that. Watch Fiddler on the Roof, okay? True? Of course true, she says. True? Of course true. Anyway, this morning, you know that I start every day with a bike ride. I used to go for a walk, but now I go for a little bike ride. Not a exerted bike ride, just a lovely bike ride. And I had my coat on, I had my phone in my pocket, and then guess what? I had to go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, coat on and everything, and then I get up and I flush. Thank goodness I flushed. And then I had to tuck my shirt in. And as I'm making the coat's going up, the shirt's getting tucked into my jeans, and my phone falls into the toilet. Yes. So of course, what did I do? I lunged for the phone. Thankfully, I had flushed. Thank goodness. And then I went to the sink to get the case off the phone, because that's what they say you should always do. Get the case off the phone as quickly as possible. But guess what? I did that, and I did it in between the two sinks. You know where this is going, don't you? Well, because I live in Canada and the Netherlands, I have two SIM cards. One is in my phone, so the Dutch SIM card is now in my phone. And the other one is in the case, underneath, like between the case and my phone. And what happens to the SIM card? It goes flying through the air, and I hear a tick. And I'm like, oh no, the SIM card falls in the sink. And yes, it went down the drain. So I'm like, oh, I looked everywhere and I'm thinking maybe I just heard it. Maybe it didn't go down the drain. It is nowhere. It's not on the counter. It's not on the floor. It's not under the rug. So I told Gerard, and at lunchtime, we took the trap off. So that's a very good thing to know, because I know that some of you have cleaned your photopolymer stamps, and then I'm just trying to keep that a bit straight. And then you wash them sometimes when they're not sticky. That's a great way, right? Did you know that you could do that? Like your photopolymer stamps, when they start losing their stickiness, you just need to wash them with a little soap and water. But if you do that, make sure that you put the plug in the drain. Because otherwise, I've heard of people, whoa. I've heard of people like that have lost their stamps, but I thought, you know what, if they knew that about the trap, so you just, there's a loopy thing underneath the sink, like, and if you unscrew that, then whatever went down the drain is stuck in that. So thank goodness Gerard found it for me. So hi Linda, so nice to see you, my Michigan friend. So this one's going to go in the middle, and really I'm not doing this perfectly, but you know what, if you see that I haven't done this perfectly and it's still good, then you will be encouraged to do it yourself. But isn't it looking beautiful? So the postage dies and the Simply Citrus paper. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Anyway, I think it's beautiful. But anyway, I guess I won't know for sure till I get back to Canada if the SIM card will work, but I think it should work. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I was very grateful to Gerard for doing that for me. And now I know how to do it myself. Just need to have the right tools. We found some bobby pins that didn't look like bobby pins anymore. And yeah, so it wasn't all for me. It was just a good thing. Okay, so now we have this and it's beautiful. But look, if you put it on your Memories and More card, it is a little bit skinny. So I'm thinking, well, what am I going to do? So that's why I thought of this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a thin is important, just not for people, but for this, a really skinny line of glue. So you don't want it to ooze. And then we're going to lay it on here. And I would prefer to see that little bit of stitching still, because I think that's really pretty. There. And now, oh, see, my thinness wasn't thin enough. Now we're going to hold it like this. And I'm not sure which way to do it. We'll do it this way. We're going to trim off the excess. And on this side. And now we're going to put liquid adhesive over the whole thing. And a little bit over here too. And now it's going to go on our card. Like I said, I love this sketch. So I'm putting it with the scallop facing the card. I was thinking about trimming the card down. I'm gonna put it right in. Now it looks quite good. You could have popped up this layer too, but also not necessary. There, I just don't want to get dirty fingers on my card. You know how that happens. And now I'm going to show you what else I was playing with. We have to put a banner across here. So I thought, let's take a look. So we have this All the Love, and I was thinking of putting it on the orange paper. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. The paper is stunning, isn't it, Kylie? Yeah, thanks, Linda. I'm glad you like it. All right, let's zoom. So I thought that looked kind of cool. Okay, now take a peek. But when we put it on the card, I feel like the orange is kind of disappearing. So then I got a piece of, I thought I'm going to use this for something else because it's really pretty. But look, if we do that, and then this, now it's really pretty. But guess what? We're going to up the ante because with this perennial postage is this die right here. See that? And I thought it cuts things out, but guess what? It does not cut things out. It just makes an impression, right? All the love. It's like this is going in the mail, right? How perfect is that? Bailey came and he's got a haircut. Maybe Gerard will hold him up so you can see him. So now I'm just going to put a little adhesive on the back of this. Oh, here he comes. Okay, I'm going to switch so you can see him.
Guess what the twin did? She bought a different.
Oh, well, let's have a look.
Look for them.
She did, eh? Look at, there's Bailey. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bailey? Yeah, you look like a girl dog now. You're a girl dog. Does that remind you of Shrek? I'm a girl dragon. Now I look like a girl dragon. Or I don't know. I've got it all wrong, I'm sure. Anyway, let's finish this. We're going to put just a little bit of adhesive in the middle here. And then I'm going to lay this on top. And then I'm going to flip it and put some dimensionals on top of that. And then we're done. And I love this card. Usually I make more than one, but I was so happy with this card. Plus I had to make a Stamping Through My Stash video for Wednesday because Rachel's coming tomorrow. So I don't want to spend any time more than I have to working. There, look at that. Isn't that great? I am so happy with my card. So it was fun to watch the alternatives, and I think that we could add a little bit of bling. I love these, and they are from the Full of Life suite, okay? So let me just go back. I want to see you guys. Yeah. Hi, Mary Ellen. Oh, I'm so glad I switched back to Facebook for a minute so I could see you. So I'm just going to, if I can find my pokey tool, yep, I'm just going to add a couple of these. Just scatter them around a little bit. And here, and then a little one. Maybe down. No. See, now I'm struggling a bit. Here. No. There. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I've got a little bling on my card, and it's super cute. And now in the inside, I have some extra little postage stamps. I thought maybe that would be fun along the bottom here. Just like so. and then you can say whatever you want to say. Here for you always. What do we have? All the love. And then you mean the world to me, or thank you for your friendship. Here for you always. You know what? I'm not going to stamp because I don't know who it's going to go to. So depending on if you guys nominate someone for Cheer Corner, because that's the whole purpose, guys. Oh, I can't wait. Don't forget to submit your cards for this because every one person gets chosen every week to get Happy Mail. And then I also would love it if you nominate someone to receive the card because together we can change the world one card at a time. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I always love doing Cheer Corner. And please share the video if you loved it. I would love to get more people. I want to grow my page. It's slowed down a little bit again. And so share my page with your friends and share about St. Jacobs because it's such a fun time. If you can't afford to go to Stampin' Up events because of the airfare and renting cars and nights in a hotel room and all that stuff, consider coming to my St. Jacobs event. It has the same feel as a Stampin' Up event and you get a lot more product. The cost is $199